Coming from their live, if you are just coming from Jeremy and Jessica's live, will you please listen to what we're trying to say? Her daughter was just up here. I don't want them getting any more money or gifts. Just please try to stay here and listen for a little bit, please. And if you have any questions, please come up. Ask any questions that you want. It's very important that you stay, please. Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Jay.
No, you're fine. But what I was going to tell Erica is that we supported our mothers at one point of time too, and we supported them hard, and we stood 10 toes for them until it kept happening and kept happening, and then we realized what was going on, and then we got more knowledge about it, and it hurt. It hurt really, really bad. It hurt multiple times because they would do it, they would get better, they would do it, they would get better, they would do it and get better, whatever it may be, and then we got to a point of being fed up. So you being upset and you being very like distraught about what's going on when you thought that you've made a friend in them and that you were helping them out and doing something positive, and then to learn that, you know, they're not telling you the truth and they are manipulating and so on and so forth, it really hurts. So it's okay to be upset, and I don't think anybody should be coming at you about modding for them and what that you did or didn't do or who you blocked or didn't block. I don't think that really matters in this situation. And I think that you were doing in what your heart you thought was positive, because I don't think that me and Madison were enablers of our mother just because we didn't have knowledge over what was going on, and we supported that.
Erica, one thing, thank you, Jay. One thing that people were asking, are you still going to mod for them?
Moving forward, I will not be. No.
You will not be modding.
I will not be.
Okay, that was one question that everybody had. If you were coming in here from Jeremy,
I will actually not even be following them anymore. They will be blocked.
If you were coming in here from Jeremy and Jessica's live, please stay. Please listen. You know, I think a lot of people got taken advantage of. It's very important that you stay in here. So, you know, no more gifts, no more money are given to them. Their daughter was just in, or her daughter was just in here. I think it's her youngest.
Her oldest.
Oh, no, it's her youngest.
Oh, her
Okay.
youngest. Okay.
You're okay.
She was talking. Jay, can you kind of go over what she said for the people that are just now coming in from their live, please?
So basically, you might hear my newborn in the back. I apologize. She's a little bit of a talker.
Oh, no problem.
So basically what Madison was saying about her mom is she loves her mom and she doesn't want anything bad for her or, you know, to prey on her downfall or anything around that. But when it does come to the situation, they are not sober. They are still using certain money. See, I'm sorry, when I was thinking about it, like they have the hotel rooms and such, but I think people don't understand how much money they can make along with how much they're putting out for necessities and then putting out for other things that are, you know, but basically, sorry, she loves her mom, but they are not clean and they are still using this money that people are sending them for their own habits. And I believe, this is not coming out of Madison's mouth, this is my mouth, I believe that anybody who is sending them money is enabling them. And if you're enabling them to this point, you're going to send them to the grave. And I don't know who would feel good about doing that, but she believes, Madison believes that her mom needs to hit rock bottom before she ever decides to get better. And this has been going on since, like I said, as far as we can remember. Ever since I was a little girl, at least, and I lived with them, this has always been the case. This has always been the same thing, and it has never gotten better. I mean, she's had time. She went to rehab, you know, she got sober. She would come back, and then she would go back into the same gist. So it's just, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm trying to kind of look at the comments and whatnot. Can I ask a question, I guess, to the chat maybe, and to anybody that was in the live tonight. And after I ask this question, I'm gonna tell you why I'm asking this question. I don't really know how else. Hey, Christine, thank you, girl. I don't really know how else to prove what I'm fixing to say, because this is fixing to blow some minds, I think. But I promise that this is 100% the truth. Did anybody that came from their live that has seen them in the past 2 weeks or 10 days or how long they've been on. Did anybody that was in there tonight feel like they were using tonight?
Yes.
Did anybody feel like the vibe was different? Did anybody feel like they were slurring their words or
Yes.
anything like that
Yes.
versus where they were this morning or yesterday and so on and so forth?
Yes. Yes,
I
ma'am.
feel like if you can't notice that they were on something, that you just haven't been around addicts enough, in my own
But are
personal
you
opinion.
talking about tonight?
Oh, this is tonight and other nights. I think I have.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say, and I mean, like I said a while ago, I hate looking like a fool. I'm gonna give people the benefit of the doubt, and anybody that's been in those lives, you've only heard me say that I wasn't going hard. Yeah, okay, so it may have appeared that I was going hard for them, but I was going hard for the cause because I felt like they were genuinely trying. Up until tonight, did I never feel like they were like truly messed up. He stepped out of the lab several times, but never did I feel like they were truly, truly messed up. But let me say this, and this isn't speculation. This isn't anything else. And I'm going to stand 100% on what I'm fixing to say. So listen up and listen good, because I'm going to say it one time. They got the biggest amount of money that they have got to date on this app this morning because of what I said, okay? So I take responsibility that I made it like it was some big exciting thing because I genuinely thought that they were going to do the right things and make the right choices. But I'm going to tell you right now that at 5:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, because I am in the Central Time Zone, I got a text from them that it was storming and that they weren't going to be able to go live tonight. And I immediately knew that they were messed up. I immediately knew that they were messed up and that that's why they didn't want to go live. So I convinced them to go live. Convinced them to go live tonight. And when they got on, I immediately, and anybody that's in this room right now can tell you, if they were in that room tonight, y'all never saw me in there tonight going for them like you've seen me go for them in the past. And
No,
I want y'all to
and
be honest.
here's one
because
thing I wanted to say too. I think I was on there listening to them, and I've got a big heart because I've been kind of like where they were, And then when somebody was saying her daughter was on talking about this or that, now I will say my daughter got mad at me when I'm married to a wonderful man. And she got mad at me and said a lot of things that were not true. Now she regrets it, and she said, Mom, I hate that I did that. I really wished I wouldn't have. So, see, I'm torn on both aspects.
I'm gonna.
But I do believe, I believe you, honey. I believe what you're saying because after listening to Madison. But what I'm saying is that, Erica, you helped them. Feel good that you helped them and move on and drop them like a rock because they are addicts. And me being a former addict, you can see it when you're looking at somebody. And I thought, oh boy, you guys are still using because I'm sorry, an addict knows another one. And you could just see them. And I thought, boy, I hope people aren't being taken by them. And I want to go on and say, hey, you guys, don't do this because you're just like Jay said, helping them to their grave. Stop it and stop it now. Because until they do hit rock bottom, nothing is going to help. And all this money that people are throwing at them is just giving them ammunition to harm themselves more.
Yeah, I was gonna say I also want to address this in the chat. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to address it in the chat, because people are like, "Well, how do we even know that's her mom? Oh, well, what if she's lying? So on and so forth." One thing I will say is that I don't. Gosh, I wish people could just see right through it. One, if Madison was lying, she would have. I had to drag her on here. Like I had to drag her on here and convince her to come on and speak.
I
And then
want to say, I'm sorry, Jay, for interrupting. If you're not speaking in the box, can you mute? Can you mute if you're not speaking, please, in the box?
Sure.
Don, can you mute?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody mute if you're not speaking, please. Okay, thank you. Jay, go ahead.
But what I was gonna say, if this was something to do with like either she was mad at her mom or like it was lies and so on and so forth, one, she would have let out a lot more information than she did. She was being pretty precautious about what she said and she didn't say because she didn't want to put her mom in danger. She also didn't want it to seem like, oh, sorry, she didn't want it to seem like her mom was a bad person, because nobody's bad people. We just make bad choices, and sometimes people just really run with them. But anyways, what I was saying is if she had any ill intentions to speak on her mom for a malicious reasoning, it would have been a lot worse. She would have said everything she wanted to that I personally know too, and that she's not going to put online because it's bad. And like certain situations that she's been put in is bad, and things that we had to deal with growing up is bad. So I don't know who watched her speak, but trust and believe Madison loves her mom more than anything. She just is tired of the same thing that she's been putting up with ever since she's been able to recognize it.
Thank you so much, Jay. I agree with all of that. Don, did you want to speak?
Yeah, I don't really have no question. I just got to come. First, I want to thank you for holding the lives that you do and hold this live to bring out the awareness. You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
And another thing is I just want to, the chat's going by so fast that I just want to tell everybody that if they got the time, that Mexican homie is holding a live tonight on these people.
Yes,
Come
he
over to
is.
Mexican Homies Live and learn. He always brings receipts. And just like I've been putting in the chat, it's 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 p.m. Eastern. And I got one more thing to say. Erica, don't ever be sad that you help somebody, because if you was raised right, you was raised to help anybody. But there's one thing that I do want to say. Don't give nobody no money on this app. If you're wanting to help somebody, help a local charity, help a charity of your choice, do not give nobody no money on this app. That's something that's awareness groups we try to share. Don't give money to nobody on this app. Go to a local charity or a charity of your choice, because they can use it way more than what these scammers can. And that's
Yes,
all I
sir.
want to say, and I hope I see everybody on the Mexican Homies Live tonight.
You will. Thank
Mr.
you
Don,
so much.
before you go, I just wanted to make it, I just want to say thank you for coming up. But also, I never gifted them money. I never sent a gift to them on the live. I did
Yeah,
send them food, and I sent it one night,
yeah,
because
that's what
I
I'm saying. That's
genuinely
what I'm
felt it in
saying.
my heart to do the right thing. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for helping or feeling
No,
like
you
I was
shouldn't.
helping a situation. What I do feel the most, I guess, guilt right now in my heart about is that I allowed them to use other people, and these are people that were down also. And so I feel
Yeah,
like I enabled that. And so I'm genuinely sorry from the
no,
bottom of my heart
don't
to
feel like that.
everybody. I
Do
really
not
am.
feel like that.
I'm gonna give you a hug through
Don't
the
feel
phone,
like that.
Erica.
Me too.
I
I
need
love
one
you,
of the
girlie.
hugs right
And
now.
We'll get
Could we
it
have a
sorted
group
out.
hug?
Yeah, we'll get all this sorted out. It's all gonna be
I
okay.
feel so awful, guys. I really do. And I'm
Well,
sorry that I'm
don't.
crying.
The only
I'm
person that should
trying.
feel awful is them, not you.
yeah, we're
You
gonna
have
get
the
this
Yeah.
sorted out.
kindest heart.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Thank
this
you,
And
sorted
I seen
Erica.
somebody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
I see somebody ask in the chat. Who'd I say? It's called the Mexican Homie. That's the live that you want to check in tonight.
Yes.
Like I said, I don't know. It's 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Whatever time zone you're in, check him out. He's a great guy. He's an awesome guy, and he
Yes.
spreads a lot of information on a lot of awareness.
I have to agree. Thank you so much, Don. Thank you.
Thank,
Jay,
thank,
Jay,
thank you.
Jay, if you could be on there, that would probably help too.
Oh yeah, I don't mind. I don't have anything to
I'm
do
not
with it.
sure who just made the comment that they said that they convinced Jessica and Jeremy to go on tonight. Was that Erica or was that
Yes,
Susan?
that was me.
Okay. Honey, you saved some people because they made fools of themselves. They were stubborn, they were stuttering over their words. They were and when they found out that I'm not sure who found it. It's the creator of this app noticed it as well. When they knew that she was out there somewhere, they were ready to get off the phone. They were shutting it down, and then they were stumbling over their words. They were dropping stuff, and so whoever, Erica, you convincing them, people that were on that app, you probably saved some people from giving more money.
There's people I know that, yes, and there's people I know that came in here from their live, and I'm hoping that they're kind of seeing the light and seeing what's going on, because I'm telling you, these people have been getting big gifts. These people have been getting a lot of donations. I've seen all the gifts they're getting.
Yep, from me.
I was about to say they
Okay.
got $500 in the last like hour on
They,
one.
Well,
yeah, I would have
Tuesday,
to. I would have to
between
say today was the biggest day that I saw anything. But like I said a while ago, I've been keeping a notebook with inconsistencies in it, and I call them out on the inconsistencies within private messages whenever I notice them. And so
Thank you for the
I
follows. I do want to say, if you are coming from their live, please follow me, because I will be streaming them more. I do want to get the word out. You guys are all helping. Thank you.
Well, I also want to say something to anybody who's in the comments and they realize like what they're spending their money on and such, or they feel manipulated and so on and so forth. That I don't know about you guys, but I do believe in a God, and I do believe everything
Ma'am.
happens for a reason. So yes, it's not enabling, because nobody knew what they were enabling. They thought they were helping them. They thought they were giving them a place to stay or food or so on and so forth. So, but in the same sense that, like I said, God has a plan for everybody, and that money that got sent over there, it will get used in certain ways, but karma does exist, and it will come back to them. It will.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. And like I said, if you're coming over here from their live, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you being open to listening, to try to find out what's going on and the truth. And I'm just thankful that you're here, because I don't want them to get any more donations or any more gifts for their habit. I really don't,
Oh
guys.
yeah, and I thank you for having this content that you're doing right now, because I was one of the ones who was starting to feel really sorry for them. But then when I saw them tonight, it was just something different. I thought, oh boy, they're using again, because like I said, I've been clean for a long, long time, for 10 years. And
Congratulations.
thank you. But you just know, an addict knows another one, and I could see right through them. And I thought, oh no, I wish somebody would say something and say, y'all stop this. You really need to, because it will not help them giving them all that money. And I just felt like Jeremy, whenever they got something, was just really overreacting. I'm like,
Yes,
oh,
absolutely.
I did want to jump in here, because Erica, I know they had questions about Blue Eye, the other mod. Is there any way that you're going to speak to her and kind of figure out, like, if she's going to mod and kind of tell her the truth, or what's going on with that?
So to be completely honest, I don't have any type of communication or contact with any of the other mods in there. I don't really know if people that watched or whatever all along noticed that I was a little bit different than the other mods, and that everything that like came to be and was said positively all came from me. And I'm not trying to show the white hearts. I'm the one. So I saw somebody say a while ago, oh, here's Brick by Brick Girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am the one that came up with that. But you know what? I genuinely came up with it out of a good place, because we all have at some point in our lives bottom. And so I do want people to be built up. I do want people to get better for themselves. So it was out of a place of genuineness, but it wasn't anything directed directly towards like, let's save Jeremy and Jessica. It was, let's help these people who are down. But my message was more about, let's help anybody who's in need. And I also tried to shine the light, because my faith is strong, and I tried to shine the light on that a higher power than me is who's in charge, and he's gonna be the one. They're gonna have to answer to him one day.
Exactly. That's
Yes,
what I was
ma'am.
about to say. They're gonna have to answer to him.
And I know where my heart was in it, and so I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna lay my head on this pillow and sleep just fine tonight. I'm crying and I'm upset right now, but I'm just it's a anger, but it's a hurt and a betrayal, and I don't want anybody else to feel this, because I genuinely care about every single person that has reached out to me, that I've talked to privately in my messages. I genuinely care about people. I am an empathetic to my core, and I'm there for anybody. I want anybody to add me, message me, whatever the case may be, because I'm an open book, and I will definitely answer any questions and be there for anybody that needs it.
Okay, thank
Well,
you, Erica. And I did want to jump in and say that free bird, I believe she does give them a lot of gifts and stuff. If anybody wants to try to reach out to her and invite her over to this live at sometime, when I'm streaming them, she is welcome to come over, because I do know a lot of people are wanting her to stop giving. She's a pretty big gifter, and she's welcome to come hear the truth as well.
Hey, sorry to cut in, but there was a girl this morning that I believe gave them like $300 for like 3 nights or something, or like.
She
Does
gave
anybody
$250.
remember who that was?
No, I don't. I do not remember who that was.
Like, they donated them a lot of money for 3 nights at that hotel. Like,
if
it's
somebody can get that name, I will be happy to approach her.
it
I
just makes
also-
me so sick to my stomach, honestly. It like, this is not okay at all.
And I want to, can I say something to the comments and everybody? Because I do personally know their family and such. I don't think it's appropriate to go at them. And, I mean, it's okay to be upset. You're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to speak your mind when it comes to what they did or taking advantage of. But don't send a bunch of hate their way. Like, if anything,
No.
everybody's saying stuff about
We're
God in the
doing this
comments.
from we're doing this